Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and today we are going to make this cute little slider card. And I know a lot of you probably know how to make this already, but my oldest daughter, we have all the way through school, everybody called her Bug. I don't know why, that was just her nickname that got started. So I thought I'd make her a cute little card. It said Happy Bug Day. This is from the stamp set. It's called Love Bug, and we have these in the shop. This is from Jelly Bean Designs. So it's really cute. So when I saw that stamp set, I thought of her. So this is how the card works. You just pull down on this, and there's all the little bugs. Push it back up, and all of them go right back in line. Really cute and really easy to make. And I always like to stamp a little something on the inside of my cards, so I did that. Alright, let's get started on this card. Let me put that one right there. Now, I have already cut my pieces just simply because it saves a little bit of time, but we will go over all the sizes and everything. Okay, so this piece right here is my card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm gonna, let me adjust my camera back just a little bit. Okay, this is 8.5 by 5.5, and all you're going to do on this piece is score down the middle. You're on the, put it on the 8.5 inch side, and then you're going to score at 4 1/4. So that's going to make your card base. Now, while we've got the scoreboard up here, you have another piece. This is actually going to be your little slider piece that pulls. So if you want to make yours the same size that I did mine, now you can always adjust this and make it wider if you want to stamp something that's a little bit wider. Mine were good at this size, so what this is 1.5 inches. So this little piece right here needs to be 8 inches by 1.5 inches. And like I said, if you want to stamp something wider, just adjust the width. Leave the length the same, but adjust the width. So again, 8 inches by 1.5 inches. You're going to put it down on the 8 inch side. You're going to score at, let me move so I can see my notes. You're going to score at 1.5, 2 1/4, 3, and 3 3/4. That's all the scoring you're going to do on that. So we'll put our scoreboard away. Go ahead and just kind of burnish, lightly burnish those, just so that they will pull easy. Okay, so we've got that done, and now we can go ahead and let's put this part of our card together. Now this piece, which will sit on top of here just like that, this piece is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. So it's 5 1/4 by 4, and then this one is 5 by 3 3/4. So it'll go on there just like that. So let's go ahead and put this down. I'm just using some ATG tape. This paper, this paper right here is from our Dots and Stripe collection, and it is in the shop. And then this one is just a rose colored cardstock that we carry as well, and it is from American Craft. I have a lot of people that ask me what cardstock I use. I use the American Craft. I really like it. It's a good weight, and it scores very easy. Okay, we put that down, and now what we're going to do is we're going to decide where we want our little band that goes across here. And the way you're going to determine how you want that band is you're going to fold this like that, the long side on the bottom, and just kind of put that under the bottom there, and then put this piece up there at the top. You see what I'm talking about? See how that fold comes right to the edge? And then this little band is going to need to be right at the bottom of this right here. Let me zoom in just a little bit so that you can see, and then I will zoom right back out. see how this band is going to need to run right at the bottom of this fold, the top fold right here, this top piece. Excuse me. Let's zoom back out before I forget. Okay, so I just kind of center it up, and then I just place my band where I think it needs to be. You know I don't like to measure, so this is my measuring right here. That looks good to me. So I'm going to take some of my art glitter glue while I'm holding that band in place. Oof. And I'm just going to put a little bit on either side to hold that down. Turn it and put a little bit on this side as well. So that's going to hold our band down on the sides, but just because this is going to have quite a bit of pressure on it pulling, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our brads on there as well. I'm going to punch a hole. I'm going to put these little flower brads, so I'm going to come back just a little bit to punch my hole right there. And about the same on this side. And I just use my pokey tool. If you've got a little bitty hole punch that would do this, that would be great. I have a little hole punch somewhere, but right now it's not with me, so we're going to do it this way. So we're going to go ahead and put our little brads in. Okay, flip it over. Okay, so we've got those in. And now all we need to do is on this piece right here, we're going to put a little bit of glue across the end, just the very end, and we're going to center it up as best we can. And that looks about right there. So we're going to press that down. And this is where the telltale lets you know if you've got it off center or not, or off if you folded it a little bit off. And looks like that's okay. Alright, so that is that. And now what we need to do, and I went ahead and stamped my sentiment that came off of this little collection. It just says Happy Bug Day. I went ahead and stamped that, and that's going to go right down here in the corner. But before we do that, oh, let me tell you, this piece right here, the little band, is, I need to tell you what size that is. The band is 3/4 by 4. So this little band would be 3/4 by 4. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our images. Now these pieces, and you're going to need 4 of these little pieces are, I do believe I cut them, these are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. That's going to be the pieces you stamp on. And I am using Nina cardstock on that in the white. And then this one is 1 1/2 by 1 1/2, and that's going to be the base to put these on. Okay, so let's do our stamping on these first. We'll move everything else out of the way. Okay, first we're going to stamp this cute little bee. And we're going to use VersaFine ink. I am using my Fiskars stamping tool, and let me zoom out a little bit more. And I'm just going to put this piece down and Put some ink on this little baby. Sweet little baby. Make sure that I get him inked up pretty good. Okay, that looks good. And we're going to try to stamp him right in the center of that. I'm going to hold it just a second for the ink to transfer over. These are new stamps and I didn't condition them, so we're hoping we'll get a pretty good image. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's a few little splotches, but that'll work. That will work. I will condition the next stamp. Let me show you what I'm talking about conditioning. When you have a new stamp, and I know most all of you already know this. Let's do the little bug. When you have a new stamp that hasn't been stamped before, if you'll just rub it on your arm, just kind of dab it back and forth on your arm, just on your skin somewhere, on the palm of your hand, whatever. Get a little of that oil that's off of your skin on there. Then you will find that the stamp will stamp quite a bit better than it does when you first get it. It has to be conditioned just like everything else does. Okay. Cute. See how much better that one's stamped? Very good. Okay, let's do another. I think we'll do the butterfly and then maybe the worm. My youngest daughter was actually called Worm in school. My kids are bugs, insects, but somehow she got that nickname, so when she was playing basketball and all that, they called her Worm. My oldest one was Bug and my youngest was Worm, so we had quite a few laughs over that. Okay, I didn't condition this one, so we may not get a really good image stamp. Let's see what happens. Just hold it there for a second or two. Go ahead and condition our little worm while we're waiting on that. Alright, well that's not too bad. That's okay. Alright. These are pretty good stamps, the jelly bean. Or jelly bean. I don't know if that's jelly bean or jelly bean. Here in the South I call it jelly bean, but it might be jelly because it's spelled J-I-L-L-I. So, alright, we did condition this one a little bit, so let's see how it stamps. And yes, I could definitely use smaller blocks with these little stamps, but I love my stamping tool. It just lets me kind of guide the stamp down to where I want it, and I like that part of it. So, I just like using it. Some people like their little blocks. I like my stamping tool. Cute! I love that. That may be a little snake, but we're going to call it a worm because I don't like snakes. Okay, so that is all of our stamping. We'll put our stamps up in a moment. Put our ink up. Stamping tool away. And now all we're going to do is we're going to glue these on top of this. So we're going to put a little bit of our art glitter glue on the back of these. Someone today asked me did I have more art glitter glue, and I told them yes, that we had plenty in stock, and they said art glitter glue is the best thing since sliced bread, and I have to agree. I have to agree. It's very, very good. Right, there we go on that. And now we are ready to start assembling here. So I think on the bottom I'm going to put this one, since I didn't get quite as crisp an image on this one, I'm going to put him on the bottom because he's not going to show a lot. He's just going to show the very bottom part. Now on this one, what you need to do is you need to make sure that these line up right under your score marks. So right under, don't put it on the score mark, put them right under the score marks and put them down that way. Okay, and then next we will do, I think we'll do our little butterfly next. And what you want to do on this one is that score line that's right there, you want to put, oops, see I put adhesive on all of this and you don't have to. So we're going to let that one sit and dry a minute. We're going to go ahead and put our little worm down. Let's do that. You just put your adhesive at the top. Don't do like I did. See, I was talking and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Okay, so put it down right under the score line. Just make sure it's lined up on both sides of this. And then, let's see. Okay, this one's good and dry, so we'll put it down next. Just put it right at the top. Lay this one down right under that next score line right there. Maybe my head's not in the shot. I've been out by the pool with the kids, so my hair's a hot mess. Hot, and I'm talking hot too. Very hot out there. Even though I was sitting under the shade, it was still hot. Okay. And then the last one, you're going to put the glue right at the top, and you're going to glue it right at the very top of this. Just like that. So isn't that cute? Now let's see if this works. Let me let them dry a little bit first. I think I'll go ahead, while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to go ahead and punch my little piece of paper. Okay, so we're going to punch this is a 3/4 inch punch. And we're just going to punch the 3/4 out. And then we're just going to fold it in the center. And put some adhesive on both sides. And then this is going to go right on the bottom of this in the center. So just put it down there and fold it over. And what that's going to do is that's going to reinforce this bottom just a little bit when we put the ribbon in there and we start pulling on it. So that when the person who gets it, they can pull on that and you won't have to worry about it pulling that ribbon out. So then you're going to punch a hole in the center of that and kind of back away from the edge as much as possible, like that. And I think I actually punched it with the big one instead of the small one, but that'll be okay. And then we're going to use a little bit of ribbon. And this is just some pink satin ribbon. It's just a very pale pink, and all we're going to do is just tie a knot in the end of it. And then we're going to clip this off. Okay. We can push that back up and we can put our cinnamon on right here at the bottom. There we go with that. And now all we need to do is put it on our card front. There we go. So we'll fold this well. And then I always unfold it to put this on there because it just makes it a lot easier. And I'm just going to use, I think I'm just going to use some ATG tape. It'll hold it. And then just center that up right there. Open it back up, and if you want to put a stamp on the inside, now is the time to do that. And I think I am going to put this little stamp on the inside. And this is just a little dragonfly. Very, very cute. And we will put him right over here in the corner. Okay, there we go. Our card is finished. Isn't that cute? I think they're adorable. So now I have one for my worm and one for my bug. Okay guys, that is the card for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll give it a try. If you do, please go down below and click on the challenge and share it with us. Let us see what you have done. You'll be interested in the challenge because you could win a $15 gift certificate to the boutique, and that's free money. That's free crafting goodies. So go over there and check that out. The challenge link is below. It'll take you to my blog and explain everything. So we will talk to you guys later. We have another card coming up today, and then our art journal page, and I think we might upload that tomorrow. We'll talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We got a 5,000 subscriber giveaway coming up very soon. Lots and lots of goodies. Bye bye guys.